For anybody that still doubts the threat posed by North Korea, take a look at this map. First, where their Scud missiles can reach. Then their mid-range, medium-range missiles, how far, look at the prominent countries there, including the rest of Asia. And then the possible ICBM capability reaching the United States in a best-case scenario for them, a worst-case scenario for us. Here to talk about that war with North Korea and what it would actually look like is military policy analyst and The Hill contributor Chris Neiweem. Chris, thanks for being here.
Good to be with you, Pete.
So you take a look at those maps over there, and it's a pretty damning picture of what North Korea could be capable of doing right now. Before we get into every single option, do you still think diplomatic means could resolve this?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that the diplomatic pressure needs to be consistent. I think that the president has some opportunity with China to try and put that pressure. And in the end, I don't know that we're going to get a mass concession from that. We need to keep trying it, but they keep moving in the wrong direction. So,
and then you talk to any general, anyone at the Pentagon, they'll say, we don't want a ground war in North Korea because it would be the type of fighting we have not seen in decades. What would that look like?
Well, I think that there's no doubt that we could annihilate North Korea militarily. There's no doubt about that. The real dilemma in what defense policy is referred to is asymmetric retaliation. Essentially, they would be able to get a punch off, and with short-range missiles that can be hidden in hidden areas on pre-fueled and track launchers, there's a chance that they could land one missile, and we just don't want to see any loss of life at all.
Seoul is one of the most densely populated cities in the entire world in South Korea. Millions of people. But if we have a chart up on the wall as well that shows the amount of North Korean ground forces, almost 1 million, 950,000. I don't know the exact number of U.S. troops on that peninsula, but it's only tens of thousands. Some have described our defenses there. If North Korea really wanted to press the offensive as a speed bump, only a delay mechanism for their forces, a ground war is even more dangerous than people think.
Absolutely, and the work that we've done, Pete, with veterans, I mean, we've obviously seen the real sides of war. This is global chess with consequences. We don't want to see that, so there's going to be several steps. But I think in the meantime, defense experts, we think we could probably shoot down some of these. We're working in that direction, but trying to get some pressure, and hopefully some of our regional allies, especially China, can try to push this guy back. He's more than just a guy with a really bad haircut. He's dangerous, and we need to do something about it.
And what you're saying is if we preemptively act, take out some of their nuclear facilities or other intercontinental ballistic systems, we better get it all right, because all they need is one to respond in a way that's meaningful to us.
Absolutely correct. And I know we're trying to get advanced missile defense systems into South Korea, working in that direction. The other option would be for us to stop doing all of our testing and hope that they do the same and have sort of a mutual step back.
So that's worked really well so far elsewhere.
It's gone in the wrong direction, absolutely.
Yeah. So this has gone on so long that it's gotten worse. In your mind, should the U.S. act now, or is there still time to try to get to a solution other than taking out their nuclear?
I think there's still a little bit more time for a solution. Obviously with the new administration, the president's having conversations, I'm sure, to be able to try to get more leverage in the region. And I know it's a tenuous relationship with China, but I think our regional partners can do a little bit more, and we have a little bit of room to maneuver still.
The good thing is, in addition to President Trump being thoughtful about this, you've got H.R. McMaster and General Mattis and others at the helm who certainly understand the consequences of war, but also that enemies need to be defeated if you're going to keep yourself safe as well, which I know you understand.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, we've got the strongest military in the world. We can do this, but we don't want to lose life. We want to keep our folks safe, and for our soldiers and many of those that we serve with that are in South Korea, it's a real reality for them. So we're going to leverage all those things and see if we can get some ground here.
Yeah. All right, Chris Neiweem, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it,
being here this morning.